everybody. Today we're going to be reading Spoon by Krause Rosenthal, illustrated by Scott Lagoon. Now, this is a book about Spoon, and he doesn't feel that good. He doesn't feel lucky like all of his other friends. Knife and fork and chopsticks. He thinks they can do stuff that's much cooler than he can do. Let's see what happens. In Spoon by Krause Rosenthal, published by Hyperion. This is Spoon. This is Spoon's family. Look at all the fancy different kinds of spoons. On Sundays, Spoon goes to visit his Aunt Silver. He has to be on his very best behavior there. She's very fancy and proper. Goodbye, darling. Ta-ta. How do you know that he's fancy? He's wearing a tie. At bedtime, Spoon likes to hear the story about his adventurous great-grandmother who fell in love with a dish and ran off to a distant land. Did you ever hear that story about the dish that ran away with the spoon? Lately, though, Spoon had been feeling blue. "What's wrong?" asked his mother. "You look a bit bent out of shape." "Nothing," mumbled Spoon. "It's just that, I don't know. All my friends have it so much better than me. Like Knife. Knife is so lucky. He gets to cut. He gets to spread. I never get to cut or spread." "Yes, Knife is pretty spiffy that way, isn't he?" "And Fork. Fork is so lucky. She gets to go practically everywhere. I bet she never goes stir crazy like I do." "Fork does get to go out and make herself useful, doesn't she? Just look at all the stuff Fork gets to do." "And Chopsticks. They are so lucky. Everyone thinks that they're really cool and exotic. No one thinks that I'm really cool and exotic." "Those chopsticks are something else, aren't they?" So, chopsticks. Have you ever used chopsticks? So Spoon's not really feeling well, but meanwhile, if only Spoon knew what his friends were saying at that very minute. So Knife says, "Spoon is so lucky. He's so fun and easygoing. Everyone's so serious with me. No one's ever allowed to be silly with me like they are with Spoon." And here's Spoon going clang, clang, clang. Oh, and here's Fork. "Spoon is so lucky," said Fork. "He gets to measure stuff. No one ever does that with me." Yeah, it would be hard to measure stuff with a fork. "Spoon is so lucky," said Chopsticks. "He can go places by himself. We could never function apart." Right, because you need two chopsticks to use them, but Spoon can work all by himself. That night, after bedtime stories, Spoon's mom turned off the light, tucked him in, and said, "You know, Spoon, I wonder if you realize just how lucky you are. Your friends will never know the joy of diving headfirst into a bowl of ice cream." That's right, none of his other friends can go into a bowl of ice cream, just Spoon. "They'll never know what it feels like to clink against the side of a cereal bowl. They'll never be able to twirl around in a mug or relax in a hot cup of tea." Spoon hadn't thought about it that way before. He lay awake in bed for a long time. His mind was racing. He felt so alive. There was only one thing to do. "I can't sleep," said Spoon. "Come snuggle." Come Spoon. And so, he did. Does he look happier now? Yeah, how do you know he's happier now? He's smiling, he's with his mom and dad, and he's having sweet dreams. Look at all the stuff he's dreaming about. Alright, I hope you liked Spoon by Krause Rosenthal. See you next time. Bye.